Okay, for this tutorial, I am going to walk you through how to add a forum on your Moodle 2 course. So make sure your editing is on. When it's on, you'll see this, add an activity or resource, so you'll click that link. Then it shows you all the activities and resources you can add, and you're going to look for forum, and you'll click the little radio button and hit add. It tells you about the different types of forums there. We're going to do a standard forum for general use. So make sure that you've included a significant name, something. This will be the link that you see on the main page. So you want your students to know exactly what it's about. For instance, I might have a Web 2.0 discussion forum. That's what the link that my students would see. And then this is where all your directions go. So for instance, if you were going to include a video of some kind, you could embed it right here. If you were going to include a podcast, if you were going to include some kind of document, you could link it here. Everything could be included here. But this is where all the instructions go, and it should include grading criteria. And when I say grading criteria, I mean broken down. So if it's worth 15 points, how do they get that 15 points? So you're going to support student success by the grading criteria you put down. You're going to leave optional subscription. You're going to turn on reading tracking, so turn that on. That allows you to see which of the posts you've read and which you have not. If you were having them attach something, you would probably increase this unless it was a document. A document won't weigh that much, but you could go up to 100 megabytes if you were doing a video or something like that. You can have them attach up to 9 attachments. I would limit that just in case, because you don't want them attaching 9 attachments. That's crazy. Threshold for blocking has to do with students who overpost. So you can set the number of times, a limit on the number of times they can post. I'm going to leave that. I don't typically see that problem, but it is a nice feature if you do. I haven't created any grade categories, but in the gradebook, if I had created like a forums category, I would drop that down and put that under forum. So I am going to grade this, and I'm going to say it was worth 15 points. So I'm going to do a maximum rating. So that means whatever the highest score I give, that's going to be the rating. And I said that it was worth 15 points in my instruction, so I'll say it's worth 15 points now. I am not going to set a date range. I will control that from the main page of the course by hiding and showing my forum. You can have a visible, separate, or no group. No group means whole group. So if you have a lot of students and you want a smaller group having some kind of discussion, you can set a group up where they can either see each other but they can't participate. That's a visible group. Or they can't see each other and they can't participate, which is a separate group. Visible, if it says show, students can see the link. If it says hide, students cannot see the link. We don't need to worry about an ID number, although you could include one if you wanted. I'm not going to restrict any access. You can make this dependent on another activity. So you could make it dependent on a grade. Like if I wanted to drop down one of these. So let's say they had to take the chapter 1 quiz, and they had to either get an 80%, or they only give us that kind of criteria. Usually you can have different types of criteria, like they just went through it or whatever, but you can go ahead and set the criteria you want as the grading criteria. And then what will happen is you can determine how they see that. Like they can see it grayed out, but they can't actually click on it until they've met the criteria you've set, or it can be hidden altogether until they've met this criteria. When you're done, you can hit save and return to course, and you'll find your link on the main page.